Welcome, 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 my beautiful people. I'm super excited for this one today, guys. This has been a great month, first and foremost. I want to thank all my guests that have been coming this month. And this one right here, guys, I'm really excited about. One thing that y'all guys don't know, a little secret is I've been watching her for a very long time. She's really an icon out here in these streets. So let's get to it.
Shaking out, they about to go live. It's the remix playing at the cookout. A club banging out, got 'em on the lookout. You wanna know what the fuck is up? Period. Period. What the fuck is up? What the fuck is up? What the fuck is up? Period. 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 Now what the fuck is up? Period. 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 Now what the
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I am great. How are you, beautiful?
I'm great. I'm great.
First and foremost, thank you for coming on here.
Yeah,
I know you're a busy woman. I know you got a lot of things you be doing and stuff like that. So I really want to thank you for blessing my platform and becoming a royal family now. You know what I mean? Honestly,
that's right.
I'm truly honored to have you. Like, I'm truly honored to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be a part. I truly
Thank you.
am.
No, thank you. And you've been, you know what, guys? I want to let y'all know, like, how transparent, how real. Like, she's been attentive. Let me tell you how busy she is. She has been a content creator for, I mean, well before it was very popular to do as it is now, whatever the case
Exactly.
may be.
Take
Very
them back
before
all the way
vlogging
back.
was popular, before all of this stuff that you see very
Yes.
popular today, she
Yes.
was doing it. You know what I mean? For a very long time.
Please let the people know, for the people who think I just
The
got into this.
blueprint, the blueprint. No, seriously,
For
the
real.
blueprint. I
For
mean,
real.
when it comes to vlogging, when it comes to celebrity interactions, when it comes to being out and about, when it comes to fashion, when it comes to travel, when it comes to music, when it comes to, I mean, the blueprint.
Yes.
All hell, seriously. Like, I need the people to know. But I want to say all that to say is that with all of that and how busy you are, you still find time to interact with me. You still find time to communicate, to confirm, to let me know that you're available, that you're still here and stuff like that. Like, and that I really like hold dear to my heart. And I thank you for it because, you know, there's a lot of people that get to a certain level like you are and they forget their
That's
humble
true.
beginnings,
That's
you know,
true.
so.
And I think that's very important because I think it really just boils down to people's personality and who they are at the core. You know, having core values and just being a good person. You know, I don't care how big I get or how noticeable I become. I'm gonna always be. I try to be as much as I can in touch with the people, but it's a downside to it sometimes. You know, when you're too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't be too
Available
available.
and sometimes people get attached to that availableness, and I'm trying to balance that out currently. And it's hard because I am a people's person, but sometimes I kind of need that space to just be me and to do what I'm doing to relax sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Just to step back, from
It's a lot of energy
being
to take
on.
on.
Yes.
I can imagine. I can imagine. So let's get to it. Here at the Royal Couch, how I like to do it here is I like to get to know the person behind the name, right? We all know
Yeah.
Sunkee Angel. We all know, your brand, who you are, your music. But before we get into all of that good stuff, which I know everyone's here for, I kind of like to get to know who you are, right? So tell me, when was entertainment, because like I told the people, you have been doing this for a long time. When did you know that entertainment was something that you had to do?
Actually, from as young as I can remember, I always knew that something was different about me outside of being trans, because at that time, just kind of touching on that, I didn't really know what trans was. I just knew that I was different as a child before trans was a big thing and all that type of stuff, I always knew that I had a voice, that my aunt would always tell me years ago that I would be in the back seat, humming as a little boy. You know what I'm saying? I would always be in the back seat humming, and I was always good with my hands. My grandfather said that I was good with my hands. So the older people could see that there was something about me that I was going to be good at. They may not have known exactly what it was going to be, but they knew that it was something that I was going to be doing with my hands and being creative, So, yeah, I always knew that entertainment was a part of my soul, because I honestly feel like being an entertainer, it goes beyond singing, dancing, Auntie Jackie, the comedy. This is like a soul mission for me. This is something that's spiritual for me, to be honest. I feel like I'm a very spiritual person. I don't want to go too deep on that just yet, but I'm a spiritual person, so I kind of feel like this is deeper than just entertainment or just being seen or just being some type of gimmick. You know what I mean? This is a life mission for me. So I might not have known it like that as a child, but I knew that I was going to be doing something important in the world. And I thought at that time I was going to be a male singer at that time, because I grew up, trying to please, my family and trying to be this person that they wanted me to be, and that was very difficult for me because that wasn't my true identity. You know what I mean? So I kind of got mixed up into other people's perception and expectations of who they wanted me to be.
Ooh, look, you talking now. I feel like a lot of people, I feel like a lot of us fall into that, especially as colored.
I was just about to say,
what I'm saying? Like
black people, you better know what to say.
No,
black
seriously, it's black people. We, especially like our parents' generation, and before that, like they have a stigma of exactly what we're supposed to be, how we're supposed to be, and a certain way. You have to be this, you have to have this, and stuff like that. So, wow, you really, I think you hit home for a lot of different people right now.
I know it's not just me. And I think that's why so many people look up to me. That's why a lot of people, I have so many people from young to old, where. Oof, I get this feeling when I start talking, but I get goosebumps sometimes when I start talking. Like today is a very emotional day for me. I have some days where I'm very emotional because I'm not where I want to be yet. And that's okay, because it's about the journey. It's not about, I think we get so caught up in I'm supposed to be,
at the end result.
Right. But it's not, I'm still going through myself, and I'm never going to make things look, peaches and cream, because that's not life. That's a lie. Life is ugly sometimes. Life is a roller coaster sometimes. So for me, I didn't know that my path was going to be one of me expressing my darkness, or what people perceived as darkness, as though I didn't know that was going to be somebody else's life. What I was going through, and I thought that. Honestly, some of the darkness or the darker things that I thought I was going to talk about, I didn't know that it was going to be, a situation where it was going to turn into people coming to me for, advice, and it kind of
inspiration. But you know what? It comes off genuinely, and that goes into my next question: where do you gain your inspiration from? Because I'm not of the trans community. I am an advocate of my trans people, but I know, from friends and family, of the struggle and the oppression that you face. So with that, on top of getting into the music industry, where especially at a time where it really wasn't accepted like it is now, what I'm saying? How did you kind of pass through all of that, break down all those barriers, all those doors, to be like, you know what, I'm still me, and I'm still going to do this?
Well, you know what? To be quite honest, like I'm from Montgomery, Alabama. So like I said, you gotta remember when I started out as Diggy Doo. A lot of people may know me as Diggy Doo. I went by the male persona as Diggy Doo.
Diggy do.
Had sideburns and everything. A lot of people, when they see the old version, a lot of people don't even think I'm the same person because it really wasn't me. That wasn't really my true identity. That was me living out of a place of survival. That was a survival persona that I had to walk through in order to become Sunkee Angel. So that's why I like a lot of trans people, they want to try to kind of like kill off that person, and I get it. But in my case, I can't speak for nobody else. I can't really kind of like kill that person off because that actually helped me to get to who I am today. So as far as the artistic perspective, it was kind of like a challenge having to go from one state to what you see now. Like it was me, you know, knowing that I was a woman on the inside, knowing that I had all these creative abilities, but having to show one's masculine energy of that, or what I perceived as masculine, because half the time, hell, I was in the club out shaking the girls.
Hello?
You know what I mean? It was me trying to let that inner woman out, but I had to mask it with masculinity. You know, so going from being in the club shaking to Diggy, you know, being Diggy Doo, and everybody knowing me in Montgomery, Alabama, and surrounding areas, because I wasn't just known in Montgomery, I was known pretty much around the whole South. I was traveling, doing shows, I've been everywhere. You know, from when I see Little Nas and all these people doing what they doing, I love them down. But hell, a lot of them, I was doing this way before
Been
they
there,
started.
done that. Been there, done that.
You know what I mean? So when I'm actually seeing doors open for them as being openly gay Black people, that's amazing to me, because at that time, I didn't think it was possible for me to really crack that door open as a gay artist at that time.
At that time, right.
You see what I'm saying? Because I don't identify as gay no more. So I had to wear a mask, per se. I was still making songs about women when that's not what I wanted. So to see people like Lil Nas and Saucy Santana and these other people are cracking that door open, it's allowing people like me to kind of like finally hit that place, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we know that gay is a little bit more acceptable when it comes to Black trans people. That's why a lot of trans people don't feel like we fit into the LGBT, where a lot of us feel like we're last.
Right.
Our struggle is just a little bit different from gay men. Not to say that gay men don't go through, you know, we know that Black gay men go through a lot. I know because I lived it. But we're kind of like at the bottom of the totem pole. So it's a little bit harder making that transition from a gay artist to a transgender artist and saying, hey, I'm about to be the first Black, you know, trans artist to go mainstream.
Right.
You know, and to be honest, as far as I'm concerned, people have seen me mainstream already, just being able to do what I do on my own, you know. So now I'm just trying to, you know, do the same thing. I'm cracking doors open to further what I'm doing and what I've already been building. It's just that it did come with a massive change because, like I said, I had to come from being a gay male to being a trans woman. So I'm excited, actually. I am excited, you know, because it's a challenge. It is a challenge, but I've been through, I feel like, the worst. I mean, what more can I not go through, you know?
No, I mean, hello? But my thing is, let me give you your flowers really quickly, because, you know, you stated, you know, Saucy and you know, Lil Nas, and, you know, I love them to death, you feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
But they're opening doors, yes, but you opened the door.
Yes.
And I want to let the people know
you
what
know
I mean.
what?
Because
I want to
honestly,
thank you.
You have touched mainstream before all these people were mainstream.
Yes.
And honestly, I wouldn't even be shocked if to say these people know who you are.
Exactly. And they do. How could they not? I would have to say, how would they not? Because I'm from the South. I was actually down in, you know, like I said, I'm from Montgomery, so I was always in Atlanta. And I didn't know I had a big base in Atlanta, which I kind of overlooked. Because a lot of people would tell me, like, why don't you go to Atlanta? But in my mind, I thought that, I don't know why, I just thought that you had to be in Hollywood in order to flourish and pop. But I was already popping in the South. I was already popping in Montgomery.
You're popping in the community, period. You're popping like I said, I've been a fan for a very long time, and I admire your work. Your consistency is through the roof. Like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I want to give you your flowers because you're definitely the blueprint of what a lot of people do. Even if you really listen to Lil Nas X music, it's not too different from the music that you already make. He likes to
if
make fun of the industry.
I don't really know how many people on this live right now who really know of the Diggy Doo era. But if you go back and listen to the mixtape, I actually turned the mixtape into an actual Diggy Doo album, which is on Spotify and iTunes. Y'all can look that up. It's called what is it? I think it's Diggy Doo Before Sunkee. That's what it's called. So I actually took my mixtape down and made it into an album. So when I see when I'm listening to, you know, the sounds and things going on, but I kind of also feel like now that I'm actually trans, I do feel like I don't get the respect that I deserve, if that makes sense. So that's why I said I feel like when you're trans, it's kind of like starting all over again. I mean, it's a new start. You know what I mean? So when you're in an age of people just now really starting to stomach somewhat of gay artists going mainstream, here I am, you know, a trans woman. You know what I mean? It's a lot for people to feel like, okay, well, wait, we got gay, now we got trans. You know
Now
what
we
I
got
mean?
to do it. Yeah.
So now it's kind of like I feel like I'm low key having to start all over again in a sense, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
It makes sense. It makes sense. But what I love is that we have people like you to cross those barriers and to knock down those walls. Because without people like you, we're not going to be able to have an industry to be a part of.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Without people like you that's saying, I'm going to do me regardless.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We won't have a Lil Nas X. We won't have a Santana. We won't have
That's
these
real.
people. That's why I say you're the blueprint. You're the reason, a lot of reason why a lot of these people are who they are today, regardless if they want to acknowledge it or not. You know what I mean? And they may not know you personally, but the work you've done.
I'm gonna need you to say. You need to say this live, baby. Please say this live. I don't know if you're gonna save the live.
Yeah, of course.
Because I gotta put this on. I got to post what you're saying because I don't find too many people. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's keep it real. You know, in this community, and just in general, sometimes people like to try to, you know, they want to turn you down a notch, or they'll try to make it seem like, oh, I don't know who you are. No, darling. No, I've been around for a long time, and I put in blood, sweat, and tears to get to where I'm at today. For real. Like, people don't know. People don't know. They think they know, but they have no idea of what I had to do to fight. Being HIV positive at that, having to go through so many hurdles to get to where I'm at, and still
fight for your name.
Fight for my name and fight for the visibility. People don't even know. They would see me at the award shows, don't know I'm damn near breaking in just to be seen because I didn't have the proper representation. Let's get into it. So to hear a Black gay man, you do identify as gay, right?
Yes.
To hear a Black gay man, to give me my flowers, that means a lot to me. I need you to understand how much it means to me from the inside out. Because you don't find a lot of people saying, you know what, you was the one that, and it's people who actually watched and paid attention to me. You know what I mean? Letting me know where I stand in real life, not just social media. You know what I mean? So that matters to me. I just wanted to say that.
Well, look, I that's what this show is about. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of shows for messiness. There's a lot of shows for cattiness. You can go over there and go watch it.
I'm over.
You know what I mean? But here it's about, it's going to be about us. It's going to be about us uplifting each other. And honestly, the people that I have on my show are only people that I want personally. I have, that's the only bias I have to my show is the guests that I select on my show, because there's a lot of people who even request to come on and I say no, because I just don't connect, or I don't want to lie and have a disingenuous, connection online.
You want it to be genuine.
I like to be genuine. You whatever case may be. So when I reached out to you, it was more or less of, you know what? I need to give her flowers. It's due. You know what I mean? And the world needs to know, you know what I mean? This is what people have to realize. This is why you're so iconic, right? Because regardless if people know your name, period. You know, Diggy or not, Sunkee, regardless of what name they know or if they know your name at all, they don't have to know your name because your work has opened the doors. You feel me? Your work has gotten other people to know and open things up for us. You feel what I'm saying? So regardless if they know your work or not, your brand, your work, your work ethic, that's what opens the doors to people. Because anybody can go out there and sing a song. Anybody can go out there and be on the stage. But
that's true.
Seriously, it's your heart, you being genuine and always being authentically yourself is what caused you to opened these gates for all of us to be here. Even myself doing this right now to be accepted and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So honestly, all we can do is thank you, regardless of what. And if my community doesn't want to do it, I'm gonna do it for them.
I know that's right. And I honestly didn't expect, this. Like it feels good because I give a lot of love out to people. I've helped a lot of people too, whether they want to admit it or not. It's a lot of discrediting going on right now. It's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. If we want to be honest, there have been blogs I have seen. I ain't gonna mention no names because I'm kind of over it at this point. They finally did post something of mine, so it's not about that. It's about the principle of like you doing just what you're doing right now, honoring my presence, just like I honor other people's. Like I've helped so many people on my way up, but I've noticed that sometimes you think that when they're with you, that it's a thing where it's us versus them, but it's them versus me the whole time. It's like, why are we fighting? Why are we shade? Why are you shading me?
We should be doing this together to grow.
We doing this together. But a lot of people don't know what together looks like because a lot of people not ready. They're not used to genuine. They used to all the other stuff that's going on. But I'm not like that, and I don't care how people try to paint this hair because just like I know that there can be energies and people behind the scenes trying to smear your name and your brand to make you out to be somebody that you're not. But when you react and you kind of look like what they're saying, and that's not even you. You know what I mean? So I'm at a place now where I had to go through a thing. I went through a thing not too long ago where someone said that I was a pedophile. Okay, and during that time, my Instagram got shut down. I was being attacked left and right by a lot of people at one time. Okay, and this is not nothing that people don't know about. It was seen. This happened, I think, like a year or two ago, something like. It's been some time ago. And that was a time in my life that was kind of crazy for me because anybody who genuinely knows me and knows my soul know that I would never hurt a child, never know, but they try to equate trans or LGBT. If they see you even talking to a child, when half of them are coming to me looking for a safe space, if we're going to talk about it, which like I said, I did not know that I can't help that kids come to me and I dance and have a good time because a lot of people don't see me as auntie. They like auntie, that's auntie, so in my mind does not operate like how people have tried to smear me out to be. You know what I mean? So, but that's not my purpose. That's not inside of me. That's not who I am. I am who I say I am. So when you have people and energies and blogs and people trying to suppress you because they know the power that you have, they know what you're bringing, they know. Like you said, if they did not know when somebody or something is trying to take away or trying to rob, that's because they see value. It sees value. You know what I mean? So I know that I have a certain type of power being who I am. And I try not to abuse that, but that's why now I'm at a place now today where I'm learning to at least try to respond differently because people will try to make you out to be something that you're not based off of your responses and how you react to what they're doing.
I agree.
You will look like what they saying. And it's like they'll poke you and poke you and poke you and poke you, and then when you finally blow up, it's like, see, I told y'all. It's like,
I told you that's
the problem. She the problem. Something wrong. Why is she getting into it with everybody? But it's like, no, y'all don't understand that there are people behind the scenes.
You're 100% correct.
Trying me. You know what I mean? Trying my every move. So that's what I've been dealing with. And that's why a lot of people don't see me live like that. But now, because I'm behind the scenes gathering myself and I'm doing what I have to do to be at peace with them. I'm conquering myself. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's not even about these people. It's about me learning how to conquer because it's a projection of what they're doing in the outward world. But where I'm at today, I'm learning that even that projection is not real. It's me literally conquering myself at the end of the day.
Baby, to the viewers watching, I don't know if y'all got your notebooks out, but baby, she's spitting gems, baby. I tell you, take your notebooks out.
That's what they don't want.
Notes.
They don't want you to conquer yourself. When you conquer yourself, it's over with because they don't have no more power.
Ooh.
They don't have no more power.
Cheers to that.
They don't have no more power. And this is not just with them. I'm speaking on family trauma because I still do deal with trauma. I'm not, like I said, I'm never going to make this thing look perfect because life is not perfect.
Right.
This shit ain't perfect. This thing ain't apples and rainbows and peaches and bananas and ice cream and candy. It's not that. That ain't what this life is. For me, it's not. I know it's not like this. For me, it's not like this for a lot of other people too. I think the only difference between me and others, I think a lot of people hate my vulnerability because they're not able to be vulnerable with the world. They want to be able to share and open up like I open up, and they can do that. But I think a lot of people are afraid of judgment from just being vulnerable. I think that we allow ourselves to just be vulnerable.
Speak on it.
We can connect, but we cannot connect if it's all this backbiting and envy, people trying to stop and shut people out because they see what other people coming through. I never operated that way, and I never will operate that way. Anybody I have put in my videos or tried to bring with me, because I tried to bring a lot of them, it was from the heart, because I felt like that was the right thing to do. If it was people in my city and I started to blow up and I started to see the traction I got with my videos, let me pull my people in, because that's what you're supposed to do, right? Look at Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry got it and got a platform, and what did he do? He started to pull his people in. So that's something that's something that I've always had inside of me. I was never afraid to share my platform, because I knew what was inside of me couldn't be taken away, and I wasn't threatened by anyone because I knew what was inside of me.
And what's yours is yours.
And what's mine is mine, and what's theirs is theirs. But oftentimes when you bring people in, if we're gonna be honest, you brought me on here, so I want to be able to keep so I can share what I'm up against and what I've been up against all these years.
Let's
getting
do it.
to this point. It's been a thing where I have seen, like I said, just working with people and trying to, trying to be community. It's not a community a lot. If we're gonna talk about, being a trans woman in America, we also have to talk about what goes on the inside as well. It's not just the people on the outside. There are people on the inside too, and it's actually worse. It's actually worse because there are people. If we're gonna address the outside, we need to first start on the inside first. Is what I'm saying. It's just like you have in the Black community. They want to keep hollering about racism and they're gonna kill me and I don't want to get stopped by the police. But yet you turn right around with your black ass and then treat a black gay man or a black trans woman the same way or the white racist man treats you. So then you want to holler about respect and how you want to breathe and how you don't want nobody to stand on your neck like George Floyd. But you standing on my neck and I can't breathe because I'm a black trans woman.
Talk.
And inside the community, you have people who are just as worse. Some trans women and some gay men are not allies with the trans community. You have some trans women who are still carrying themselves like gay men. And it's nothing against anyone. If you're going to be a woman, be a woman. Respect people as a woman. Love people as a woman. Be a woman. But you're carrying yourself as a
gay boy.
As a gay boy. And then let's not even talk about how you have some gay boys who are closetly trans women and they're scared to walk into that identity, so they want to bash the people who are trans, who have the strength to live it.
I almost lose my phone.
Now, a lot of people ain't ready for that, though. They're not ready. But when I talk about this type of stuff,
for that one.
When I talk about it, they want to point the finger at me because I have the strength to actually walk it out throughout all the hell, even if that means me having to leave my family. A lot of people are attached to family. They're still dealing with the family, the names and all this stuff that's been put into their heads by family and the expectation of what family wants them to be. They can't fathom what it's like to be without family. And I know what it's like because I'm still dealing with that after effect of losing family and not being supported by my mom. So it's not easy. But I would rather choose in this life while I still have breath in my body to be the most authentic person I can. If that means me having to lose somebody, then that's what it's going to have to be. But a lot of people ain't ready. So you have gay men, and the reason how I know, I have talked to people who are very well known. I ain't going to say who because it ain't important. I ain't here for that. Who have told me, who have shaded me. And I'm like, why you? They done been locked up. They get out of jail, get out of prison because they saw me as one version when they remember me as Did You Do. Now it's trans. It's been so many years. It's like, oh, Did You Do? And I'm like, well, no, it's Sunkee now, Well, I remember you as Did You Do. Who the hell is you talking? Like, I know you ain't finna disrespect.
Right.
Like, and then as I continue to talk to them and tell them how I feel, they sharing and I gotta tell you, well, I kind of felt like, a woman too, but I can't get. So it's all these they policing themselves. It's a lot. It's deep. It's deep.
That's deep.
It's deep. It's deep. So let's not act like there are not people in the community who are also still dealing with internal, homophobia and transphobia within themselves because that's who they really are and they really want to be girls. Some of them wish they could take a hormone. Some of them wish they could start the journey as a woman, but they rather stay a bush queen or a gay man or whatever the case. I'll say a gay man because everybody don't identify as a bush queen, but that's, the terminology some people use. I've seen the hate and the disrespect from every angle. So when you're up against that a lot in the community, when you are a light trying to free people from other people's expectations, because that's what I'm doing. This is not just about the music and entertainment for me. It's so much deeper. But I think that's why a lot of people, when they see my light, they want to try to shut me out because they're really shutting themselves out, baby. They don't want to.
They say hello.
This glass mohawk,
They
baby.
see a mirror sometimes when they see you, they see a mirror, baby.
I'm a walking mirror when I wear my glass house. When I wear my glass mohawk.
Baby.
When I wear my glass mohawk. Stomping my arms to the ground, leave them on that asphalt. That's why I made this song, because it's real. I'm a walking reflection. I'm a walking reflection, and people don't want to see themselves. So it's like, of course I'm going to be targeted. Of course I'm going to be attacked, because nobody wants to look in the mirror and say, you know, I look in the mirror every goddamn day, even if I don't want to. I have to, you know, but there are people walking around here trying to intentionally vex other people's spirits, getting behind fake pages, trying to shut people down. So when I hear certain people in the industry, when they talk about political stuff and people trying to stop certain bags and all this type of stuff, at first I thought it was a whole bunch of bull crap, but listen, let me tell you, it's not. I'm dealing with it, and I've been dealing with it for a long time. So that's why people like, why I ain't seen you live in a minute? I'm like, because I'm gathering myself. I'm getting myself together.
Hello?
I'm getting myself together, because guess what? The higher I go up, I have to be ready for whatever that's going to come up against me. And it's been a lot of
trying to bring you down even harder.
Exactly. So I'm gathering myself, and I'm rehearsing on how I want to react when they do come my way. Again, they're not ready for the evolution. I'm not here to be stuck in anger, aggression, although that is also valid in certain perspectives. Anger is valid. Anger is valid. It's very valid. And I think anger is here to teach people something is not right. But it's about balance across the spectrum. So I'm learning now to stand in my peace, not to just stand in anger. Anger is valid, but now it's time to stand in your peace. You know, so I'm standing in my peace now, and I'm trying my best to rehearse, and in my mind, how do you want to respond, Sunkee? How do you see yourself in the future responding to certain things? Do you want it to be, well, bitch, you ain't talking to me? I've done enough of that. I stood in my ground, and standing in your ground is so important. It's so important sometimes. In the time that we're in right now, being a Black trans woman, being different, being gay, it's important to stand your ground sometimes. But a lot of people, you know, they see you as an angry Black woman, and it's like time you start trying to express your hurt, your pain, what you're going through, they label you. It's like they always want to turn around and try to label the person who actually got some goddamn sense. Excuse my language. I don't know if we can curse, but you know, Sunkee. You know, they want to label the people who have something to say, you know, because everything they want to stifle and put a muzzle over our mouths because we're actually making sense and we're awoke, we're awakened to things that they want us to be sleep about. You know, if I was just sleep like everybody else and acting like Zeus Network and all the rest of these
you'll still be digging
TV shows who think that that's it, because it's not. And this is nothing to take away from nobody. What I'm saying is I'm seeing a pattern with the way people think. We have gotten so caught up in, oh, I want to be Zeus Network. It's like I'm exposed. Let me expose it.
Your own thing.
Let me expose it. There is a mind frame running rampant right now in our community, not just the Black or gay. I'm saying in general, where everybody wants to be Jocelyn Hernandez. Everybody wants to be Zeus Network. Everybody wants to show the bitch, I can beat your motherfucking ass. Oh, bitch, you want to fight? And I get it. But that's not the bar. That's not the bar.
No, it's not the bar at all.
That's not the bar.
And it's sad that that's what's being set as the bar. But I do feel like everything comes back full circle. So I do feel like real talent will come back.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if it's right now, but I do feel like, you know, people like yourself, myself, that's what I'm up against. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm up against. I'm up against people who we've lost talent, we've lost true personality, purpose. It's like everybody's so focused. So it's like when I'm not coming with that energy, again, they find reason to try to put you to the side. But I'm not going to conform to feel like I got to get on a reality show just to turn up, just to be seen and all this stuff. Just to be seen.
I really do have talent. And like I said, it's nothing to take away. There are some talented people who's in the reality TV show world. So like I said, this is nothing to take. I'm just telling y'all what I see. So what I see is a lot of people, they're placing their value in honestly being kind of like used in a sense by reality TV, because that's what they're doing. They're exploiting people.
No, agreed.
Honestly. And they leaving, and then they forgotten about it in the next 2-3 years because they didn't fade it out because they didn't really bring no
Yeah, because there's no
substance.
more story.
They didn't bring no exactly. The story is over. So if it was me on a reality show, you gonna see me bringing my brand, my music, and it ain't the storyline ain't gonna just be me throwing a cup in somebody's face. No, I'm gonna bring the whole.
That definitely gets old.
Right, something that people can really remember. That way you can actually get that exposure and capitalize off of it, not with them just capitalizing off of you. And a lot of people don't even understand that they're being used. Sucked dry like a prune. Then they wonder why they feel so depleted and wonder why they're not really getting exposed.
Working in this industry, I've been in a lot of different sets. I've done a lot of different things. You know, I am a publicist also, and I've worked with a lot of different clients. And with working with some clients, I done seen some things. We done turned down some things because of what they expect. You know what I mean?
Everything ain't always, because a lot of people be so eager. And I made that mistake getting when I first got to LA. I didn't, you know, somebody told me, be careful what you sign, you know, but you being eager, feeling like, you know, you need other people, when actually, if you look deep within yourself, actually, you got to understand that you're actually the table. If people recognize that they're the table instead of the chair, when you can bring the table to the table instead of being the chair coming to somebody else's table.
Night.
Do you follow me? They don't understand. They should be using this time to find out who they are so they can build their own franchise and to start their own thing and do it how they want to do it, so they can have more power and say so over whatever it is they trying to do and how they want to be seen. But instead, everybody want to run, and it's nothing against Zeus. I'm just saying, everybody want to run to the next person's franchise and they're getting paid off of you and they're using you, as opposed to recognize what you have and what you can do on your own. And that's where I'm at right now. And it's a hard transition because I actually came to Hollywood thinking that, oh, I need Hollywood. And I'm like, no, this universe had to show me, Sunkee, you already got what you need. You had it before you left Montgomery. You don't need, it's not a need. Yes, I'm thankful for the people I've connected with and the people who are actually helping me to open more doors and get further. But it's not a thing where you need it to, because you already was an entity before you left Montgomery. And that's the power that I'm recognizing within myself now.
And you don't need what's yours.
Huh?
I say, and you don't need what's already yours.
Right.
Hello? A lot of people need things that they don't have, but it's yours. You don't need nothing that's already yours. You just enjoying the ride.
If I could make a movie with a little bit of handheld camera that was passed down to me from my auntie that wasn't even working right, you know what I mean? With no resources, and did millions of views with a little bit of hand that was raggedy as hell. Now, you know what I mean? Imagine what I can do now on my own
with the team and everything else. Yeah.
It's the same thing Tyler Perry did. Like I use him as an example because he had to recognize. He came to Hollywood and tried to get his hands wet and stuff too. But as a black man, he had to recognize what he could do on his own. That's why he went to Atlanta, and look at what he's at now. Look at what he's doing now. He had to recognize that he was the table. He was the table. He wasn't a chair. He was always the table.
Okay,
so
period.
If people could just recognize that they are the table, they would not have no need for the next person. Feeling like they need, or they, feeling like they need that to validate something that's already
that's already within themselves. So let's talk about talent, right? Let's talk about Aunt Jackie. So
yes.
Where does she stem from?
Okay, so Auntie Jackie stemmed from, you know what? I have a niece who has an Aunt Jackie on her dad's side of the family, so I would always tease her a lot. But it was really an identity that started to come out of me, kind of like out of nowhere in a sense. So I chose that name because I would always tease her about her Auntie Jackie. And they thought it was so funny. So I actually kind of cultivated that into this persona that kind of at that time allowed me to, let the girl out.
Let the girl out.
But it's a joke.
That was your way of
that was my way of letting that femininity out. But at the same time, it's a joke, so I could always joke it off when somebody asks, like, wait, like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, no, it's just a character. It's Auntie Jackie. But deep down at home, I'm in panties and bra in the mirror, feeling myself and looking at my ass and titties and, just looking at everything and like, oh, this a girl. That's a girl. Like, this is a girl. Okay. So I was dealing with a lot of, letting it out a little bit at times and being able to be free at times, somewhat freedom, because it was a character, and she's still a character. But now she's not, it's different. I don't see Auntie the same, because at one point it was, again, me dressing up out of survival and being able to kind of get into character, kind of the same way Tyler Perry and Martin Lawrence.
Right.
But that wasn't their identity. They know how, when to get in it and when to come out and hang it up in the closet. For me, that was a state of freedom at times, where I could come out and be free and just let that woman out. You know what I mean? So
it's almost like coming out the costume was really putting on the costume.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Right. Well, when I would put on I was able to just be myself in a sense. But, you know, like I said, I could just laugh it off through comedy. I'm like, I ain't got time, you know, just Auntie, but at the same time, it was me like, yes, girl, what's up, girl? You know, so this is me being me. What's up? This it got to the point I remember my sister, who we don't talk anymore, but my sister, I remember I came home, I think, or I was at home for something, and this was during the time I was still trying to really, like, kind of come into myself slowly, but when I came to her, we was at somebody's house visiting, and we was taking pictures and stuff in their living room, if I remember correctly. And she was like, you look really comfortable, like, in your Auntie Jackie character. Like, what's going, you know? And I'm like, no, it's just the character. She was like, you know, bitch, like, no, you're now, like, becoming Auntie. You know what I mean? So it was scary for me, because I didn't really know, like, how it was going to turn out if I said, hey, I'm a woman at that time. So I had to really kind of, like, peek. I had to literally, like, just kind of peek out to see if the coast was clear at times, to see if I could really be who I've always felt like I was. And I also want to touch on something, because I really, like I said, I'm learning to respond to certain things. But it was a comment that I saw that I want to address really quick.
No problem.
From somebody that said, do you think you are a mockery to the trans community? So why would I be, let me ask you this. Because I've seen people try to say certain things because they feel like me being Auntie Jackie, but why? So I can't be a comedian as a trans woman? You know what I mean? I've seen people try to equate the character Auntie Jackie as a mockery, but I'm a trans woman.
But my thing is, even if Aunt Jackie was a real person, right? She's your character, but even if Aunt Jackie, why would that still be a mockery if you just are your individual? Like, that's all you're doing is being yourself. And what you identify as is who you identify as. So
that's why I said,
outside of that, what does that matter?
That's why I said it changed.
What type of mockery? Because you know how many different types of men there are, how many different types of women there are. Like, there's not only one type of, like, there's quirky women, there's uptight, there's bosses, there's this, there's that.
There are
so
comedian,
I
don't
comedian
get it. Women.
That's
There are women who are funny as hell and who are comedians. So it very much so. And that's why I said I'm here to educate, because you can't just put a label on somebody based on what you think or what you heard or whatever the case may be. It's like I'm multi-dimensional. When I come into the room, people, that's why a lot of people can't take, because they don't know how I'm coming. They don't know if I'm coming as Auntie Jackie, Sunkee. They don't know how I'm coming, but I'm very much so, very, like, I'm not just one way. Like, I change like a chameleon. That's why I call myself the trans alien. Let's get into it.
Trans alien. I love that.
I call myself the trans alien because I'm not the idea, first of all, of what a lot of people, even inside the community, a lot of people feel like I gotta have my face all blew up like blowfish, and I gotta have these golf ball ass jaws. I gotta have, you know, in order to be like, oh, I'm a woman. And it's like, no, I'm my own version of a woman. If I keep allowing not just people in the community, but on the outside as well, I'll never be enough. I will never be enough, because I'm trying to equate and trying to add up to somebody else's, once again, expectation of me. Like most of them are doing, but yeah, they want to look at me when I am the light. And I'm sitting up here telling y'all why I'm not trying to conform. This is what it's all about. It's about conforming, and people want control, and they want you to be like, you got to be a certain way to be accepted. If you're not acting like the reality TV shows and stuff, they don't want to hang with you. They want to be around messy people who want to keep shit going, because that's the only way they know how to survive. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
So it's very conflicting when you have people right in your own community, like, sizing you up. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy.
So when it comes to, you know, you doing music, Aunt Jackie doing music, you know, there's a lot of comedy in your music. But like I was telling my fiance earlier, you actually have some bars. Like, you like you even in your comedic, rhymes, like you're
Well, you gotta
still
first
rapping.
understand, I do. And it's crazy because Sunkee is the more serious. She's
Right, right.
more,
And I've heard the difference.
yeah. But then you got Auntie, who I thought at one point that it was just like funny, but sometimes Auntie do be bringing the bars out for real. Most time, I mean, that's what it is.
I mean, you can rap, regardless if you're being funny or you're being serious.
Right.
Like a rap is a rap. Like, so why get into the comedic rap? Do you feel like that's your niche into the industry, or
Well, that's the
where did that come
thing.
about?
It's not. I'm gonna pay whoever it is does, because that's that I have to expect.
Yeah, please say. And guys, let's be respectful.
No, it's just no. It's I'm over it. I don't give a damn. What I'm saying is, it's expected. I told you what I was up against in the beginning, so I'm gonna talk to you and the people who are here for Sunkee and Auntie Jackie. What I'm saying is, who I am is not defined by anybody else. That's why I came up with the title Trans Alien, because sometimes I don't even fit what some people think I'm supposed to be in order to be considered what they think it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? That's why I said if I stop right now and try to conform to whoever this is in the comment section thinking I'm supposed to be, then that's not me no more. Who am I? So who I am, it's one interview. It's like one interviewer here. That's who I'm discussing. That's the couch, the royal couch. Okay. So it ain't nothing personal, because baby, who I am, what you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. And I'm happy and I'm feeling good about it, because I'm not like everybody else. If I conform and become what everybody else wants me to be, then I will not be Sunkee or Auntie Jackie anymore. Okay. So that's why you have Sunkee. It's very instinctual that you see Sunkee is Sunkee and Auntie Jackie is Auntie Jackie. Auntie Jackie is the more comedic. She's crazy. She's funny. She's hilarious. She got people all over the world screaming her name, piss on the floor, over millions of views on TikTok, going on 10 million views, independent on YouTube. Some people who are already out there ain't even made them types of numbers yet. Let's talk about it. I did this shit from the ground up, and
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
It's nothing against nobody else, but ain't nobody's qualified to shake my table, because I am the table. You can't shake my table, because I am the table. So you try to shake this table. Ain't no screws gonna come loose when you try to shake this table, okay? Because it's sturdy over here now. I had to plant every leg down to make sure that I cannot fall. And then nobody could try to snatch any chair, to snatch any legs from under me, to make me feel vulnerable, or to make me feel small, or to make me feel anything. The only way I can feel that way is if I allow anybody to make me feel that way. And they have no power over me anymore. Okay? They don't have no power. So let me touch on this trans alien as well. The trans alien is also an extension of being alienated, because being alienated from my family and stuff like that. Like, a lot of times, a lot of trans people, we feel like aliens. I've heard people say, like, I kind of feel like an alien. And I kind of ran with that, because we are alienated by our own community sometimes. You know what I mean? So, as you can see, when I talk, most times when I'm on live, and it always happens, every time I say something, it's going to be one person who's going to come up here and show you what I'm telling you, if your eyes is open. Every time. It's going to be one. And that's why I said it's expected now. I don't run from it now. It's expected. I expect them to come. They peep and trying to see what the hell going on, trying to see what the next move, what it's going to give. They don't know. I'm uncalculated. Okay? So, the trans alien is something that's very sentimental to me, because I have been alienated. And like I said, sometimes alienated by my own community. So stay tuned, because trans alien, I have a lot to show with that. That's a whole different entity by itself, to be honest, the trans alien. I have a mask that I'm getting worked on right now. I just got back from.
I see some of the artwork you have done when you on your page about trans alien and stuff.
Yeah,
which is gorgeous. Do you do your own face and stuff?
I did. For the first time I did. But I have someone now who does special effects, masks and stuff like that. And he's based out of Arizona. And his name is Chris FX. And he does a lot of amazing work. He just did my light cast for the new mask that I'm working on. Also, I have a lot of things in the work. I don't want to say too much, but I'm the first. And I'm going to be the first at a lot of things. And it's nothing against anyone. But I cannot help that I was blessed with so many talents and so many ideas that people have not thought of. I can't help that.
Okay,
and I'm not gonna feel bad about it. I'm not gonna make
you know what? I'm not
nobody
even gonna hold you. I feel the same way. I talk to my fiance a lot. I'm like, I don't understand why people have never thought of this, because I feel like I originate a lot of stuff. Just like, you know, yourself. I feel like I'm the blueprint in what I do as well. So I definitely understand.
And you are, because nobody can do what you do if it was in your head. There's a lot of things in my head that I'm not speaking too much on, because I know when you speak, people tend to try to bite your shit, and then they'll try to make it seem like you was the second person who thought about it. It's like, no, babe, it's been going on in my head for years. You know what I mean?
Period.
It's only one. So when you're only one and you're pioneering, you have to expect your own to come at you and attack you, because it's just like the coronavirus, or any other type of virus or bacteria. Your body sees something that it does not recognize, and guess what it's going to do? Attack.
Okay.
Every time. Because it's not like the other cells and all the other things that's going on in the body that's you know, that's it, how it usually runs and how it usually functions. I'm that one that's going to be under attack, because I'm not like everybody else. I don't fit everybody else's narrative or what they think I'm supposed to be. You know what I mean? It's going to get rejected. It's going to get outcast until it becomes, and it is more recognizable by the rest. It's like you kind of have to pop. Once you pop, then it's like they ain't got no other choice but to let you in, because now everybody else is accepting it. You know what I mean? But when you when you're starting over and have to kind of like redo everything from the ground up, you know what I mean? Because that's what I did. That's what being transgender. It's a new start. It's a new start. When you go to YouTube and search Diggy Doo, you're gonna see Diggy Doo for what it was for Diggy Doo. When you search Sunkee, you're gonna see Sunkee. A lot of people still looking for Diggy Doo, and they cannot find him because I'm Sunkee now. So it's a new start, meaning that I had to start all the way over in a new state, a new foundation, all of that, and that's okay. But go ahead, I want to cut you off.
No, you're fine. No, and that is okay. So in your music, right?
Yes.
You address, even you're funny, you're hilarious, but you also address a lot of important issues that happen and stuff like that. You know, the piss on Donald Trump,
piss on the clothes,
and I know people may see it as antics or outrage, which it is. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But at the same time, you are also talking on serious topics.
That's why
also giving us political views.
That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. I had someone, once again, I'm not gonna mention the bitch name because it's unimportant. I don't hate her. I don't hate nobody. But ain't nobody. No, when I say nobody, I say they're all caps. Ain't nobody finna try to make it seem like I have to be like you in order to get a message across. No, that's the problem. Too many people, first of all, want to be this cookie cutter thing, and they want to look political and like, oh, I got my master's degree from Alabama State. Oh, I got and it's like, okay, I hear you, but just like you got a voice, don't mean that just because somebody else is articulating or coming with a different type of way to get their message out, that does not mean that they're not qualified to get somebody's attention and to get a message out there. And that's a problem too that I face when it comes to people who are advocates in the community who want to try to make it sound like, oh, she just an antic or she just a gimmick. Girl, I could never be a gimmick. Let me see you do everything I just did and see if you make it pop. Let me see if you get the listeners' attention like I did with Piss on the Floor alone. And like I said, without a label. Without a label. So
I want to play one of my favorite verses from you really quickly. And it was a clap back to the religious people and when they had attacked Lil Nas X from Montero. So listen to this, guys.
So you religious bitches in the comment section trying to judge. Y'all talking about his shoes, but every Sunday drinking blood. It's communion. Standing in the line doing rituals in the name of Jesus like a brainwashed individual. Complaining about his influence, complaining about his style. It's not Lil Nas' responsibility to raise your fucking child. If watching Lil Nas video gon' turn your child gay, then put on that WAP, I guess that'll turn them back straight. Claiming he's a devil worshiper and sounding real stupid. So I guess it make you a demon when you watch a scary movie. And him dancing with the devil don't mean that it's forbidden. Like walking in McDonald's don't make you a Mac chicken. Gotta watch religious people and you need to just be careful. Cause everything is backwards and they act just like the devil. They brainwashed and now they became fundamentalists. It's racist people trapped in their body, trans supremacists.
Baby. Now y'all can say what I want. But Y'all can say what y'all want, but come on, it's education, it's facts, it's advocacy, it's a clapback, it's bars, it's all that wrapped in once.
Wrapped in one.
Like that takes talent.
It does. It does. And it's nothing to take away from nobody else. Like I said, I'm just unique. I don't want to conform to be like everybody else. If it's something I want to do, if there's any surgery I want to get, I'm going to get it because I want to get it. I'm not going to do it because the next bitch over here who done went and got their jaws pumped in the goddamn dungeon would fix a flag. And now she having complications, moving too fast, or might not have even had the resources, or whatever the case may be. I'm not finna, because I've seen people who are miserable, who have done things to their body, and they want to try, or the lack of what they don't have, and they'll try to put all that pressure on me in order to feel like a woman. Baby, we all came from the same 5 o'clock shadow. If you're trans. Okay. So nobody has the right to try to tell me what what a woman is or how it's supposed to be, because every woman is different. Some women are fat or thick bone. Some women are heavy set. Some women are thin.
There's women that have beards and grow mustaches and all of that.
Yes. So it's like I'm not trying to all that. I'm over trying to fit somebody else's whatever, because I'll never be enough. If I look like they want me to look, child, my nose will be over here. I'll be I'll be so all over the place. I wouldn't even look like myself if I let them or other people try to tell me who I'm supposed to be. And in fact, I would not be who I am today. I would not accomplish what I've accomplished if I try to level up or try to give in to the expectations of what people think I'm supposed to do. And that's why nobody gonna make me feel bad because I'm not who you think I'm supposed to be. I'm not that. I'm not
what's
that.
Next? What's next for you? What's with this newfound you, still growing, still going through this journey, right? Yes. We just dropped period I.
Period.
We love
period
that.
Period. Period.
Okay. Your album was fire. You know what I'm saying? Sunkee Angel.
Yeah.
The Alabama, right? What is the Alabama?
Let me see. What I'm trying to see, I got a lot of songs, child. I got a lot of songs. So let me just touch on, I am in the process of working on my EP. I think I want the title, we're working on the title. I think the title is going to be Going Mainstream. Period. Because they want to keep trying to push a bitch to the back. But we going mainstream, whether they like it or not. Okay? As the first Black official transgender recording artist all the way around, because this is what I worked for. Okay. And we're gonna probably have about 3 or 4 or 5 songs, something like that.
Just probably got a call, guys. My girl is dope. Like, when I tell you, like, she has rubbed elbows with the greatest. She has done so much. She has been in the game for well over 12 years, making content, making vlogs, doing so much. She is my girl. She is someone that is so inspirational to the community. Like I said, she does so much that I'm not surprised if our greats today didn't take no notes from her.
Sorry about that.
You're fine, love.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
But you said that an EP, working on an EP.
I'm working on an EP. And it's going to be called Going Mainstream. And I titled it, like I said, for a reason. Like, everything I do is strategic. But Going Mainstream, we're going to have about 4 or 5 songs. 3, 4, 5 songs. Like, we're still trying to get it together. And I have a single that's about to drop on the 28th called Get Rid of You. And that song is about me giving my heart to someone who took advantage of me, and me telling my process of me getting rid of him, because, I have a big heart, and, I'm learning myself. I'm still learning. A lot of us are, whether people want to admit to it or not. We're all still learning. It's a journey. And sometimes we make stupid decisions. Sometimes we do stupid stuff, because we love people, and we, see in them, we see in people that things that we probably shouldn't see. We make it an idea of what love is supposed to be, and instead of looking at the truth of what it is. You know, we all have been, especially if you're a woman. So I'm not gonna feel bad about my experiences. It is what it is. You know, it was just another fucked up situation. And that's just what it is, you know. But I'm not here to take anything personal because, like I said, I am the GOAT. This is what I do. This is what I do. I'm not here for that. You know, a lot of people want me to be this person that I'm not and no longer becoming. You know what I mean? So I'm the GOAT. This is what I do, and I'm owning that now. I don't have to take nothing personal. I'm Sunkee Angel. You know? You know what I mean? Some people just don't expect you to just, you know, let them know what it is. But I'm going to let you know if you come over here. I might just tell you how I feel. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. You asked a question, I gave you an answer. Get out your feelings. Now.
Okay.
Now. See, you already see what it is. You know they here. You know they here. The robots are gonna always come through, and I'm here for it. You're welcome to come.
Let me say, if you don't got the people coming,
if you don't have nobody coming for you, you ain't doing the right shit. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But I'm learning now how to respond, not to the point where I'm just like all out of my head. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the attack is very real, and it's for them to get into your mind. That's what they want. If they got your mind, baby, it's a wrap. If they got it, it's a wrap. It's over. Well, you might as well just go on, stop, and just give up. So going to the top, and when you're making moves, you kind of have to be prepared for what it is that you're going to be up against when you on your way. It's a fight. It's a spirit. To me, it's spiritual. They want my mind, and they mad because I ain't giving it to them. Don't they see all this glass is protected? Honey, you can't have this. I control this. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all out there too. Baby, I control this. I control this. And I want y'all to do the same thing at home. Control y'all mind. Let me say something. I came up with this spiritual. Like I sit sometimes and things come to me. Everything you see about me, it all comes from a spiritual place. Everything. Op radio. Let me tell y'all something about op radio. And I'm gonna take it. That's what I want to run. It came to me. Sometimes when we're on this journey, like I get the expectations of others. That's what it all boils down to. Control is real. Mind control is real. You better listen. Op radio is very real. Learn to listen to your own thoughts. When op radio is playing, I coined the term op radio. That means just what you see right now. And sometimes if you're not careful, that radio station won't cut off and you'll find yourself listening to other people's frequency and other people's radio station. Op radio is what I call it. Learn to turn that shit off because that's not you. That ain't you. I'm learning not to let that stuff in because at one point, I'm not going to lie, I was letting it in and op radio was playing all day. Op radio. Listen to the thoughts and voices of others just running and then I'm depressed and I'm losing weight and going crazy. Bitch, not no more. They ain't got that type of power over me today. So that's what I'm trying to tell people, baby. This war is very real. They want to get in your head and make you think you somebody that you ain't so you can go crazy, lose, crash out, commit suicide. It's a form of bullying. That's what it is. And it comes normally from people right in your own community, to be honest. It ain't got nothing to do with me being in my feelings, baby. We in a whole interview right now. I have smiled. I have laughed. I've shared information. I'm not that. And I will never be that, baby. I am who I say I am.
Okay.
I am who I say I am. And I'm exposing the motherfucking darkness right before y'all eyes. Bitch, they might as well put a goddamn collar around my neck because I'm preaching. Okay? Because everything I talk about, I told you, you're going to see it. Just I should have told you in the beginning. Just give it a second. You're going to see some people coming up your screen that's going to validate everything I'm saying because it never fails. So what I want to say is I want to thank you so much for, again, allowing me to come into this space to be my authentic self. Because a lot of people are not able to do that. They're in a system of mental thinking of reality TV. And when they see a bitch coming through with light and love and positivity and trying to really bring unity, that's foreign to them. They want to attack you. They want to attack it because they're not used to that. They're literally, everything they want me to be is what they're doing themselves. They're not being themselves. They're not. They don't even know who the hell they are. Do you hear what I'm trying to get you to understand? They don't even know who they are. They don't know. Because if they knew, they wouldn't be right here coming up your screen trying to tell me who the hell I am and who I'm supposed to be.
It's attention.
So, It comes with the territory. When you're the light and you're talking about things that people are not used to, and when they're sucked into some other type of paradigm, and they're in a whole different dimension of drama, reality TV show, Jocelyn Hernandez, no shade, I think she's beautiful, but I'm talking about a mind frame here, darling. It's a mind frame that a lot of people, especially in our community, they are in this mind frame 24/7, and that radio that they're operating off of, baby, it's a different frequency, and I'm not in I don't want to be a part of that frequency.
Baby.
So in order for me not to be a part of it and for me to stay in my peace, I have to respond different. I have to respond different. If I want to stay in my peace. You see, it ain't about them no more at this point. This is about me now conquering myself, to be honest. At this stage, I ain't talking about yesterday. I ain't talking about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 3 years ago. I'm talking about today. I'm choosing. You know, we have a choice. Sometimes we don't know we have a choice to choose how we want to respond, because when you come from a place of trauma, it keeps you in a reactive state, darling. It keeps you in a reactive state, and they're here to trigger that trauma. That's what whether they know it or not, they're here to trigger the trauma, and because they're traumatized. And when they see, they want to be everything that you are, they want to express, they want to be free, but they don't even know where to begin. Okay, but I'm letting them know where to begin. It's up to them to take it or not, but I ain't got no parts and don't want no parts of op radio. I'm listening to my radio, which is my internal voice now.
Okay.
And my internal voice is choosing to dismantle the darts that are thrown, you know, like, and you have a choice, and I'm choosing to say, you know what, I see you, but I don't see you now. You know, we're going to move this thing right along. It's really based off of my response, how the energy, because you can shift the energy.
Of course.
You don't have to go along with the, you can shift it. And that's what I've been doing. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. So proud that I'm able to see shit and say, you know what, I see it, but I really don't want to respond. I don't really feel like responding. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like I don't have to. Most times I'm like, okay, I see something. Can I be honest? Can I be honest?
Go ahead, of course.
Most times I see shit and I'm like, you know, what? Oh, they try. Oh, let me. Life is precious. I don't have time.
You know what? All I say is thank you, because you're sitting here. You could be anywhere in the world. You could be watching anything. There's shows that get millions of views, right? There's shows that have paid actors, that get production, $1 million production sets and stuff like that. But you decided to come here and watch me and then enjoy yourself enough to actually take your thumbs out and start typing. And then to also take your thumbs out to start, like, to me, it's a thank you, and continue watching. I hope you come back, regardless if it was boring or enjoying or a great time.
They're intrigued
very much,
because
and
if
I
somebody
think that
don't
you're
like,
an amazing person.
listen, if somebody don't like something, if my wigs is through, if I'm a mess and I'm everything, why the hell you still here? Because if it's something that I don't want to see, I ain't gonna be watching it. I'm not me. But they like it. They like it. If I came on here and was bald headed and had one little twig sticking up, they gonna stand there and watch the whole goddamn time, because it ain't about that. It's about what's inside of me. It ain't got nothing to do with this wig or none of that. It's about who I am at the core, baby. And what's at the core, it's the surgery for them that needs to be remodeled, because it's the inside that's rotten and corroded for them, but not for me. You know what I mean? So I don't have to become that. You know what I mean? Because I'm choosing peace for myself. I'm choosing peace for myself. I don't have to become that. But I will say, sometimes it's about balance. Sometimes you might have to become that to fight a motherfucker off. So that's why I said it's about balance for me. I don't have to become that 24/7 though. You see what I'm saying? So we're gonna let them stay on the side that they're on, because that's what they know. That's all they know. They don't know nothing else. I feel sorry for them. They're in the shade. There ain't no shade. They're in the shade. They're in the shade.
You are an icon out here. You are doing amazing things. You are super talented.
Thank you.
You got a new song dropping.
Yes.
And you know what I mean? Sunkee Angel, this is, I'm telling you right now, and I'm letting the world know that 2023 is your year. Like, this is your year. This last couple months of preparation for this
about
to come.
You better know what to say. And that's why I feel like this transformation is happening within me, because you really have to be truly ready. You know how, like, we be like, oh, okay, you know, I'm ready. But the spirit universe had to let me know what some things you need to work on within yourself. If this is what you're really trying to do, you gotta, not them. It ain't about them no more. It's about you. It's about Sunkee. It ain't about them, because they really don't even exist, to be honest. It ain't about them. They another bitch in the comment section from a fake page, some shit typing. It's not about them. They not in my position. How do you want to respond, Sunkee? It's about me and how do I want to respond. So I'm choosing to respond the way that I'm responding right now if I don't want to say nothing at all. So much love to the people in the comment section, even the haters, even the people who got something to say. Much love to y'all. I'm gonna change the energy here because we had a lovely conversation today.
We surely did. And what I love about my show is again, you know, we know everybody that I've had on my show, which I've had some of the greatest of the greats and a lot of up and coming as well. But you know, we know a lot about what you do, right? It's out there.
Yes.
I know the music, I know the stuff, but this interview, my show is about getting to know the person behind the name.
Yes.
Knowing who you are so that we can better love you, so that we can better know you, so we can understand where the music is coming from, so we can understand the inspiration, so we can understand all of the stuff that was here. So regardless of what, I validate, I see, I hear, and I'm a fan. And I'm here to let you know that you have a lot of fans out here.
Yes.
We respect and we want to see you win. We want to see you continue.
But you know what? I like I said, I appreciate you for that. I can feel when the love is genuine. I can feel when it's real. And you don't even know when you first came on, it kind of brought me to tears a little bit when you was just like, you giving me my flowers. That matters to me. That means a lot because what I've been up against is this. You know what I mean? That's what I'm normally up against. So you rarely see a lot of people saying, you know what, you on your shit, keep doing your shit. I love you for who you are. That matters. And I do have a lot of people that it's sometimes you feel like it's more people against you, but it's not. I have a whole multitude all over the world. So that's why I'm now learning to like not be so into that because it's a distraction. Because they want a reaction. Distraction. Because they want a reaction. Y'all better get into my remix to Nicki Minaj song on YouTube, baby. It's a distraction. Because they want a reaction, baby. I'm so above and beyond that bullshit. Shout out to everybody I see, and I want to recognize the people. Shout out to Barbara, my publicist. Shout out to Braylon. Shout out to all the people, all the real supporters and fans that's on here who've been rocking me from the beginning. I don't care if it was one person, 1.5 person, 2 people. I'm still thankful to be in this space. I'm thankful to be in this space. You know what I mean? Because it's a space that allows me to be myself, not some other version of what they think I'm supposed to be. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm thankful for.
Well, I'm thankful for you coming on my platform. Yes. I'm thankful for the music and entertainment that you have given us throughout the years. I'm thankful for just you know what I'm saying? And you living in your truth, which allows us to live in our truths and gives us a reason to continue to do what we need to do. Like, Sunkee, like, honestly, keep doing you. Keep moving. Keep going. I'm so happy to where this interview went today. And again, that's why I love my show, because you just never know when you get to know the person where it's going to go. So honestly, for you to come here and give
baby, let me tell you
a word like you did.
Out of space, the more I go up, I'm going to always be welcome over here. And I'm going to always come through. And I don't care how, you know how some people, the higher they go, they forget. I'm not like that. I'm always, if you are welcoming to be on your platform, I always come over here. Period. Because that's who I am at the core. Yes. Period.
Well, listen, let me tell you something. I know you're a busy woman. I'm going to keep you going. But again, thank you so much for just letting your hair down. Thank you so much for being comfortable with us to give me a conversation like you did. I mean, I feel like the people that's gonna watch this back, I feel like the people that's watching it have learned so much, not just about who you are as a person, but about themselves. You know, about you know, awakening up who their true identity is, and understanding why, where, when, you know, just them. You know what I'm saying? As their true self. So honestly, this is one of my favorite interviews. You're honestly just really up there, top tier with one of my favorite interviews. Honestly, like, you are a breath of fresh air, and continue to motivate, continue to inspire, and continue just to do you. I'm waiting for the 28th so we can hear the full song. And when we go, I'm going to play the snippet that you put on the page.
It's gonna be really deep. And like I said, I feel like a lot of women especially are gonna be able to relate to this song. But I think a lot of people will, whether you male, female, don't matter. I think a lot of people will be able to relate to it.
Period. I and period.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my God, I love you. Thank you so much. If there's anything else, you can let them know where they can follow you on all your pages.
Yeah, so of course I'm on TikTok at Sunkee Angel 334, same as my Instagram. Like I said, y'all can hit up my Spotify, iTunes, Sunkee Angel, YouTube, Sunkee Angel, Facebook, again, all of this Sunkee Angel. Again, and the EP will be coming soon. So stay on the lookout, stay tuned. Independent artists, I'm not signed, but we making moves and we hitting mainstream numbers, period. You know what I mean? So I'm really excited about that.
Period. Thank you so much. We love you and we watching.
That's right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nah, nigga, get off my motherfucking phone. I'm about to do what I got to do.
This is a snippet of Get Rid of You, October 28th.
How the fuck you gonna tell me I'm with you for money when I'm coming out my motherfucking pocket? Nigga, you don't love me. Why you don't wanna love me? You act like you don't love me. I'm reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming my time. Doing what I gotta do to get rid of you. Doing what I gotta do to get rid of you. Doing what I gotta do to get rid of you. Doing what I gotta do to get rid of you.
Thank you.
That was a snippet. October 28th. Make sure y'all
October
get ready.
28th. Yes, get ready,
Get
y'all.
ready.
We coming. 2023, we coming.
Period. Thank you guys to all my rollers for watching. Make sure y'all press that follow button. Make sure y'all press that like button. Make sure y'all follow Sunkee. She's dope if you're not already, guys. Until tomorrow, we got some dope more interviews to you. We got the dopest celebrities, the dopest politicians, the dopest influencers, the dopest entrepreneurs, only here on the Royal Couch.
Yes.
Peace.
Make sure you say this live now.
Period.
I'm posting this.